What's up, everybody? Jay from the Jaycast podcast. Give you another video. The whole thing from working from home, it seems that boomers are the only ones who have a major problem with it. And like backtracking here, uh, you know, a lot of people would say that the boomers are cold and indifferent and don't care about what the millennials are currently going through. And an argument could be made also that they don't want the millennials to have it better than they did, right? So somebody might say, no, they're not cold and indifferent and callous to what the millennials are going through. They're just out of touch, right? Kind of like as an olive branch to say, hey, look, these aren't bad people. They're just out of touch. They still think that things are today, that things are the way they were like in the 60s and 70s and even in the 80s. And some people can even say in the 90s. And, that was a good argument for some time until the work from home stuff started happening in a major way, in which people were allowed to work from home for the duration of their jobs. Most of them, a lot of them just work from home the whole time. And you would think, right, based on the arguments that, oh no, the boomers, they're just out of touch, they don't know any better, they still think is from the 80s. Well, you would think that the boomers would say, well, at least they're working, right? But now it seems like they're not happy with that. The only people who have a problem with that are boomers. The only people who have a problem with people working from home are boomers. And you can't explain why. Right? Initially, you can't explain why. They work from home. They're not taking any additional money from the government. They're not costing taxpayers more money. They're not they're not causing congestions on the highway by going to the office and driving to the office. They're not doing anything that affects anybody by working from home, right? Because the idea is that you work from home, therefore you're still generating profits for the business. So you're not even costing the business money. You might even be saving the money in some cases if the businesses choose to not have an office, right? But the boomers, for some strange reason, have a major problem with that. Oh, you can't work from home. Like, says who? These people are working. Right? And that goes back to the argument of, well, the boomers were cold and different, right? And then somebody will say, well, they're just out of touch. But now it's difficult to defend them and say that they're out of touch. When they're out here saying that, oh, why are you working from home? Working from home is not good for whatever reason. They just want you in the office for reasons that only they know. They want you in the office, right? So now the previous argument of, no, the boomers are cold, callous, and different, and they don't want the next generation to have it better than they did, that argument is a little bit stronger now. Because the boomers didn't get the opportunity to work from home in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. The boomers instead, what they had was strong unions, lower taxes, you can even say higher standards of living, and you can say that back then the wages were keeping up with inflation. They had that instead of working from home. This generation, according to statistics, doesn't. What they did end up having is just working from home, right? You could almost say that's almost a consolation prize. But the boomers have a problem with that. People like Dave Ramsey and his friend, I forget his name, talking about you can't work in your pajamas eating Rocky Road ice cream. If the job is getting done and customers are being served, and your company's making money, what is the issue here? It's difficult to think of any downsides from working from home. Right? Especially if you have a family, you now save on childcare costs, whereas before you didn't have to worry about childcare costs in terms of leaving your kids in daycare, because back then you could support a family of 4 with one income, which you can't really do at this point now, right? Or it's at least not as easy as before. So you don't have to worry about that. Gas is not an issue anymore. You're not putting mileage on your car, so you don't have to. So your car has a better longevity. You're not stuck in traffic, so you get 1-2 hours back in your day. You're not eating out, so you're saving more money. Like the benefits really outweigh the non-benefits. And why somebody would have a problem with that? I try to you try to put yourself in the shoes of the business owners, as to if you had a business and it allowed people to work from home, and they were working from home and they were happier and they're still generating money for your business. Why would you have a problem with that? And there hasn't been a single argument that's come out for that. The only issue I can see with working from home is if you're a new guy in your field. Let's say if you're if you're in tech, or if you're in, I don't know what other field allows you to work from home, but if you're in tech and you're a junior developer, right? You want to, if you want to move your career up, you want to be next to a lot of senior level engineers and high level engineers and talk to them and pick their brain, and kind of, you grow a lot faster with that, because now you're learning much quicker from engineers with 10, 20, 30 years experience, and you expedite your growth process. But that's the only thing I can think about that would be a counter argument to all the pros of working from home. You know, how you gonna tell somebody, hey, no, you should come to the office and spend money on childcare costs for daycare and be stuck in traffic and spend money on gas, add wear and tear to your car? Like, there's really no argument to be had. And the argument of, oh, boomers they're just out of touch, they still think it's the 70s and 80s. It worked for a while until this work from home thing came, where now the other argument of they just don't want the next generation to have it better than they did. Well, now the whole working from home debacle has kind of is proving that to be that might be the case. You know, I don't know if in the comment sections, if you're a boomer and if you listen to this in the comment section, if you can give us some explanation as to why you wouldn't want people working from home when they're generating money for your business, and that's actually an increase. You can kind of, as a business owner, you could even say like, hey, look, you've been working from home for 2 years. That's good. However, we're having issues. We can't give you a pay raise. That's fine, because the saving on gas, the saving on wear and tear in your car, the saving on eating out, the saving on child, that's kind of like a raise in and of itself. You know? And that's the type of raise that doesn't get eaten away by inflation in terms of the money devaluing as quickly. You know? That you don't have to spend anywhere. That's a true raise. So why you wouldn't want that for people? It's up to you. Let us know in the comment sections below, guys. What do you guys think?